Well, good morning, everybody. It's November the 22nd of 2024, and the weather's not much nicer than yesterday, but we're going to keep on going forward with this D6 here. I'm going to open it up and start checking out the problems that we have involved with it. So I'm not going to bother to document the stripping of the outside accessories, hood, dash, air breather, all that kind of stuff, but instead with the magic of editing. And just like that, what actually took hours is just minutes or a second. Here it is, the hood, everything is off, the dash, got the clutch compartment cover off, everything is opened right up, and I can see exactly what's the problem here. So we'll just walk us over there and take a look. Right away here, I got this figured out. It was a locked up link pin. It just needs a backup washer on the head of it to keep it away from the tappet cover in the other side there. So that's a big problem solved. At least I can get the decompression going. I've identified this here rocker shaft here has a bushing in to engage the pinion and for the starter motor, and that bushing needs to be replaced. It's pretty floppy on that shaft. But the main thing for today, right below the pinion is this fiber coupler right down there, and you can see it's only got half of it. It's supposed to be connected up ahead to the next that big bolt that's just right in line with the pinion drive. The one right beside there by that grease fitting is starting to deteriorate as well. So I'm going to check into it. I might replace the whole darn set. It just depends how many hundreds and hundreds of dollars old Caterpillar wants for those damn things. I imagine a lot. But that one and the next one for sure is in bad shape. I haven't rolled the engine over to establish. I'll do that tomorrow. Today's getting a little bit long in the tooth. Darkness here, I don't know what time it is, probably 3 in the afternoon or 4. Well, yeah, between 3 and 4 anyway. She'll be getting dark. So anyway, we got all that opened up, and there's a couple of odds and sods there to kind of fine tune on the old girl. But that is my main problem there. I got to get that clutch fixed and put everything all back together, and then I'll open up the track. All right, now that it's done raining and snowing and everything else but the sun shining, we're going to get back after this tear down of this cat. For now, we're just going to pull out the rest of that remaining link, which is pull this cotter pin out, washers, and slide it off the pin. That's the easy part. And then move that over. We'll have to get a wrench on here and pull that combination bolt pin out. Well, there goes that cotter pin. There's what's left of the links. They're just 6 layers of belting cut out. And in case anybody's interested, a new link from Caterpillar in Canadian is $243.48. So $243.48 each. Outrageous. Okay, I just got the clutch engaged, but it's in a low gear, so I think what I'll do is release the clutch, put it back up high, and put it in like 4th gear or something. Okay, what I did is I put this bar in place there just to wedge the assembly, you know, against the shaft in there somehow or another. And then we'll just try to pull up against it somehow without breaking ourselves or breaking something. I think he's locking in there. Yeah. So I'll get this come along on there, and we will try to break that free. And it doesn't seem like it's going to break. Okay, I'll just get a socket and a strong arm on it. Go that route. There, you put a 4 or 5 foot snipe on it. Almost everything will break or they'll break apart. Okay, there's the anchor bolt pin combo. That's a, boy, was that in there pretty darn tight. But anyway, she's out of there now. While I'm here, this pinion to engage the pony motor, these adjustments, every time it fires cold, it seems to kick that out. So I want to turn them half a turn each, and then prevent that from happening. So might as well do that while we're here. Good thing we're doing that, because that cotter pin was about ready to fall right out of there. So we'll put new cotter pins in. Not a bent nail. We'll put a cotter pin in. And this one is pretty rough shape too. More. There, we'll try that. Get a new pin in there. Okay, each one of those adjusters are half a turn in to increase the tension on the dog. As it spins around, it's going to release later on, hopefully on a full start, not a false start. So let's move on. Moving on to the biggest project I have to do for this cat, for this workover, this repair, is I got to remove this track, pull the whole track frame out, roll it upside down, break loose all those track guard bolts, of which every damn one is going to twist off. Get that out of there, and then inspect my rollers. And I know I got one bad roller. It wobbles pretty good. But I got almost a full set of freshly rebuilt rollers for this machine. So I'm going to put them on, extract all those broken studs, roll, put everything back together, roll it back on, get the track back together. But the first step is I got to slack this adjuster off just by turning this big bolt back into the tension spring, the spring that keeps pulling a little tension on the track. And yeah, we'll go with that. Now to back that off, this looks like it was made like 100 years ago. I wouldn't doubt it. But it was in the parts and tools that I bought a few years ago with a D4. And it's already set to grab that. Now I thought I had a wrench that went on there, and I probably do somewhere. I just got to locate it, but I can't find it for now. But I think we're going to be all right. Yeah. We'll just crank this bolt back and slack that track off. I would have thought that I'd have to undo these 4 bolts to clamp them. They're probably just plain loose, but this is rotating in there pretty nice. So when we get her going back together, I'll have to tighten her up, and then I'll have to inspect those bolts. Seems to me they should be tight to hold it from backing up, but no matter what, you always learn. I've been wrestling, trying to get it off to the next bite. I'm always wrestling with it, but I find that if I grab it here, it just releases and comes off of there. Look at that. So no matter how old you are, you always learn something, or you should. But I think with the droop in there, our master pin's down there. So with that bit of a droop there, I'm pretty sure we can get that master pin off. And when we get the track frame out, we'll open that right up and we'll clean things up, see if we can improve something. Okay, next step, master pin. Okay, I went and I had to take that top cover off just to see why this was binding. So I'm going to back it up again and use the wire wheel and clean up those threads. That's probably why it's binding. I'm just going to put a little bit of used oil on top of them threads and oil them up a little bit. Not the best oil, but it's good for that purpose. Okay, it's still a little tight there, but not near as bad as what it was, so it's I'm able to pull that back probably another ½ inch. And yeah, the tracks are really droopy now, so when we get that all apart, we'll pull that front idler away and take that big bolt out of that spring assembly and clean her up a lot better. Anyway, let's get some pads off. Okay, that pad is off. This is my master link. I believe, according to the book, I got to pound this wedge inside the pin, push it all the way through, and put a driver in, and eventually it'll pound out this one. Maybe it goes the other way. This looks like the smaller one, so it's got to go that way, which is even nicer because I can swing nicer on the outside of the track. Well, I tried to hammer this pin out. I can't get it to release those little wedges in there. I heated it and beat it, and I hammer like lightning, so never hit the same place twice. And these chains are pretty sloppy. Anyway, they're pretty much done. So I've elected to, like the same as the other side, taking the torch, I'm cutting it here and cutting it here. And when I go to put it back together, this pad will bolt together and hold that together, and then just weld it up on the top rail again. And I think that's going to have to work out because I just can't get that, and I don't have a press, or a portable one. Well, it wasn't the prettiest, but the chain has been split. You can see they're pretty wobbly, so I don't really feel too bad about it. All right, we'll just try pulling them off, pull the track off that way. We'll keep going until we succeed. Well, that's not going to work too greatly either. It's coming back anyway, so what I'm going to do is move that forklift out of there, and I just got her tied to the drawbar, and I'll just pull it back until it flips the track off. And I was really having my doubts if that case is going to pull that tractor, but looks like it's going to. So when I'm done, I'll just pull it ahead so it's out of the snow roof, like the snow coming off the roof. Okay, that's a wrap for today, this video. I got the track opened up, and she's ready to. Next step is to jack it up and unbolt the diagonal brace. In case somebody is not knowing what a diagonal brace is on these cats, it's what's referred to in my service maintenance book. Is that brace that goes between the track frame and anchors itself to the dead shaft back below underneath the main axle. So anyway, that's the diagonal brace. We just got to take those 4 bolts out, and I think there's 4 bolts here at the bearing cage here on the outer bearing cage of the sprocket axle. Have it all jacked up so as it'll clear, the spring will clear the pocket. It's not bolted down to anything, it's just sitting on the brace, or on the track frame. So we'll just jack it up, and then I plan on pulling because this track is so worn out, it's going to figure S itself pretty easily. So I'll just put it, jack it up, and I'll pull the track out away from the cat, and that should move the track frame out with it, and it'll clear that spring. And then I'll just roll this thing over and put it upside down on its back where it lands. So anyway, that's all we got for now. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for commenting. And I just want to throw a shout out to all that have subscribed through the videoing of this episode. I have achieved the 1,000 subscriber plateau, which is pretty exciting for me. I really didn't think I was going to ever get to that point. I was, this is just all just fun and games, and I was really enjoying it up and, doing all this stuff. Bad weather, good weather, people involved with it, people not, is just, I think is pretty interesting. And a learning curve on just setting up videos, making videos, and content, building some sort of a story out of it. So it's all pretty good. So thank you very much for subscribing. It's been awesome, and we'll see you on the next one.